Big Brother will like the murmuring and complaining to worsen by each passing day.
Okay, Big Brother.
By Friday, you should pack your bags, and during the wager presentation, you should demand to be moved to level 2.
From yesterday up until now, like a lot of drama has been happening in Big Brother's house. I don't even know where to start from. Like, I'm especially happy with Deji and the way he's carrying out his task. Okay, yes, so Big Brother gave him his task. Finally, he's a fake housemate. Okay. I'm saying everything at once. Yeah, let's not even talk about what Phyna and Groovy's drama. You guys, it's been a lot. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about all of that. Before I go into that, I can barely wait to dive in. Before I get into all of that, okay, let me try to introduce myself. Okay, so I'm Bethy, and this is the Big Brother Naija show here on TAF TV, where I keep you updated on everything that happens in this season of Big Brother Naija Level Up. Okay, so let's just go into everything because I can barely wait to tell you guys. So where do I even start from? Okay, let me start with Phyna and Groovy. So yesterday they were given a task, Aquafina task. So the Aquafina task, was divided into 2 stages, and the first stage was to be carried out inside the house. In the first stage, they were to randomly pick from, cards, randomly, like a lucky dip-ish kind of thing. So they pick, and whomever you pick is your partner. They were paired in either 2s or 3s, but not necessarily 2s. And you and your partner were given lines that you were to memorize, and you're supposed to be bound with your partner either by your hand or whatever. They were given a rope to bind themselves together until they would go off stage. And of course it was random, so nobody knew who they were going to pick. It was nothing like maybe it was predestined, but still it was not like anybody chose anybody by themselves. It was random. So that was the first part, and of course it took place in both level 1 and level 2 houses separately. But the second stage was like going to be a presentation where you and your partner or partners would come up stage and do a kind of presentation of those lines that you were meant to memorize. A little kind of play, sort of, while soft music was going on. So it was kind of like a romantic setting, just like to like I said earlier, Aquafina's slogan is your party of life. Basically something portraying that bond, be it friendship or like or crush, whatever bond. Okay, so we know that the shippers would always hope that they are paired with their lovers or whatever you want to call them. So that was the beginning of the drama in level 2 house between Groovy and Phyna. Now, Phyna was not paired with Groovy, of course. She was paired with Farm Savvy and what was the other person? I think Cheesy. I think so. Farm Savvy and Cheesy. I can't remember for sure, but I know Farm Savvy was there. And then Groovy was paired with Amaka. Of all the people for Groovy to be paired with, it was Amaka. But anyway, Phyna seemed kind of cool about it at first because she was okay with persons she was paired with in her group. And that wasn't a problem, right? And then in the other house, now let's not forget that we know that Shegs and Adekunle have been going head on at each other. They've been like having some kind of beef per se, fights, verbal fights, and all of that. And of course, it's natural for his bae, which is Bella, to have his back by obviously buying the quarrel and beefing Adekunle. So guess who she was paired with? None other than Adekunle. Yes, and Shegs was paired with Giddy Fire. So you can see that was already a problem. I'm not even going to dwell on them too much. There was not really much besides the fact that Bella was not really concentrating on her task and was all the while flaunting Biggie's rules in that particular task by being so clingy to Shegs and not really paying attention to Adekunle, who was not even looking like he cared about anything at all. Anyway, that being said, so let's move over to level 2 house, the white and black monochrome mansion. Yeah, with very few persons left in it. Like about 9? Yes, I have to say that. Okay, so Phyna felt like she acted like she was cool, right, with everything. She didn't seem to have a problem initially. So when they went on stage and did their performance, maybe she was even feeling overly confident that she was going to win. She was obviously, very confident. in everything, which was okay because their presentation was really nice. It was really nice, and maybe could have won, but still, according to Big Brother, the winning team was Amaka and Groovy's team. Yes, so drum roll, drama begins. So they came into the apartment, their house, whatever you want to call it, and they were having a moment, right? She was teasing Groovy about the fact that, oh, so they were playing slow music and you were dancing with Amaka, but when it comes to me now, if it's my turn, you'll be dancing leg walk with me as far. Like, she was giving this vibe of, okay, so it's me that's the local girl that you be dancing. You know what it means when the girl says her dude is dancing leg walk with her instead of, dancing romantic music or whatever romantic moves. So she was like, so when it comes to me now, you be dancing leg walk, but you went on stage and you were dancing romantic dance with Amaka and all of that. But it was like she was joking about it, She was just, they were laughing about it, they were holding each other, and we were just having a moment, and he was just teasing her like, no, now, trying to reassure her and all of that. Then move on. So I think in the bit of saying all of that, he now made a statement which automatically became wrong in Phyna's eyes or ears, regardless. So he said that she was the one being overly confident that she was going to win, right? Something of that sort. I think he used a particular word that got on her nerves, and she was like, oh, you know how Phyna can be. And she was like, oh, okay, so what? I was being overly confident, and something that was not meant to be an issue, she stressed on it and was like, it turned into a fight. Like, she was giving attitude and all of that. He was begging and apologizing, and I guess that probably would have been their first major fight, their first fight, in fact, as a newly wedded or newly joined couple. So they were just going on and on. He was begging her, and she was not having it. She was still, giving him moods and all that. Now, all that was last night, and they went to bed with their so-called rift, in between them. But even at that, when she cooked, she did not starve him. Yeah, she still gave him from the meal she prepared. Anyway, all of that out of the way. So, yes, that was how they ended it last night. Now, this morning, okay, so Sis woke up, and it seemed as though that she woke up on the better side of the bed, and we saw that she was at her best self. She was all happy. She was all goofy. We've always known Phyna to be this really active person. I think some persons had been complaining that her vibe was dropping. I think even Kes went ahead to tell her that her energy is dropping. So maybe that was part of the reasons why she decided to act a little drama. Well, according to what she said when she was telling Amaka, like, those two are a crazy pair. Like, they are really, really crazy pair. So this morning we could see her goofing around as usual, hyping Amaka and everything, and then she was whispering to Amaka that that nobody should spoil her show, that she was doing all she was doing last night on purpose. She was just looking for the attention, that she wants to enjoy it. She enjoyed him begging her and all of that, and she was gonna have her full of it. Like, now that she got the opportunity to be in this kind of relationship where, the guy is giving her all the tender love and care and, everything, that she's going to revel in it. And I was just like, this girl is really something else. She's a drama queen. And like I've said earlier, I really see her going really far in this show because she's a vibe. Like, you could literally just watch Phyna and enjoy Big Brother with just watching Phyna. She's that interesting to watch. Anyway, so that was basically the Phyna and Groovy drama last night and this morning. Anyway, they're back together now. They have been solidified. They have, gone through the hard times, and now they're enjoying basking in the whatever. Anyway, that aside. So, particularly, I said I was really happy with Deji and the way he's carrying out his task. So we all know that Deji is a fake housemate. And I've been wondering, because Big Brother had already given, Modella, her own task, which she is continuously flopping. She flopped and is still flopping and will probably keep flopping. Whatever. So we know that, right? But I've been wondering, when is Big Brother going to give Deji his own task? Because I don't really see him doing anything secret, anything like CIA mode-ish. No, I wasn't seeing that. Okay, so Big Brother finally gave him his task, and his task is to start complaining and murmuring about not enjoying his house anymore, that he wants to leave, he's tired of the people, just nagging continuously over and over again until Friday, which is going to be their wager task presentation where he's meant to like go all out and pack his bags and demand that he wants to leave the house. Okay, I don't know what Big Brother is aiming at achieving with this task, but that was it. And lest I forget, whilst he was having his diary session with Big Brother where he was given the task, Big Brother also called him out for almost spilling the beans that he's a fake housemate to Doyin. Now, he indirectly hinted Doyin that he was a fake housemate. And of course, he's not supposed to do that, right? Because nobody else is supposed to know that he's a fake housemate. And we trust Doyin. Doyin is quite smart, so we trust that she probably has already figured that out, but she hasn't said anything yet. So, as I was saying, he was to, start complaining and all of that to everybody that he's tired of the house. And trust him, I actually really got happy when I saw what he did this morning, and he chose to start with Doyin. And who better to start with than Doyin? Because Doyin is like, the girl who has been into him. Like, she hasn't let him have breathing space since he got into the house. And that moment where he was sharing his concerns with her and she was feeling all special and like, oh my God. So finally, he wants to talk to me. Out of everybody, he chose me. And I'm like, sis, nah, he's using you. He's not. He didn't choose you. He's using you. But of course, she fell for everything, and he was telling her, complaining to her how he's tired of everything. He's tired of the space, the woman drama, and all of that. He just feels that he would be happier in another house. And I could see her trying to prefer a solution. And she was like, okay, so what do you think would make your stay here more comfortable or something like that? And he was like, no, it's not even that. That he feels like he needs somewhere else. He wants to try new things. And I was looking at both of them. I was like, okay, good. Dude, you really are doing the job really well. You're really playing this girl, and she's really falling for it. So that was like yesterday. He immediately started with Doyin, and she was falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. And this morning, I could see him again at it. Like, he just woke up and started complaining about Aquafina bottles that was littered around the house. And he was complaining and going on and on that the house is so dirty that he can't imagine. And he was using words. And this is somebody that doesn't like using words or like words being used on him, like abusive words. And he was really using curse words and abusive words. And I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. And he instigated everybody, and then it became an argument. And I was just like, whoa, good one there. You really are doing this really well. I mean, Modella should be schooled by you. Well, we don't know how this is going to pan out. I don't know what Big Brother actually has in store for these guys. I think today is going to be their pool party, so we'll definitely see more action. Let's keep watching to see how all of this unfolds. Let's see what's going to happen by Friday, the evictions. A lot of things are still yet to happen. Until that time, I'm definitely going to be here to tell you all of that. So until then, I am Bethy, and this is the Big Brother Naija show here on DAV TV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave comments. Tell me what you think, of course. And enjoy the rest of your day.